Hey everybody, welcome to Drunken Fiddles Online. We are not drunk over here, but you might be drunk at home. But I am going to teach you a fiddle song. What I do is I teach adult beginners, whether in person or online anytime. You can go to my website, www.drunkenfiddles.com, to find out more information about how to get tutorials, the kind where they're edited, with the hand up close, and you get sheet music, and I even teach you how to read like a cheat sheet in case you just don't want to learn how to read music or don't already know how to. It shouldn't stop you from fiddling right away. Okay, so in this video I'm going to teach you a tune that I wrote with my duo, the Wire String Duo, and if there's a link below if you want to check out our music. You've never heard of this tune, Simpson House, because it hasn't been recorded yet. And I haven't shared it with the world until now. I've just done some concerts with it. But it's a nice little, what I think like a Celtic-y inspired tune, maybe a little Scottish, maybe a little Irish. So I'll go ahead and play it and then we'll talk about the tune. Okay, it goes like this. Back to the beginning. All right, so I would consider this like a level 3. If you're in my online course, all the lessons are ranked by what level they're at. So this would be a level 3 tune. So we've got level 1, 2, 3, and 4 being advanced. So first things first, there's this kind of quick bowing that is great to practice. This is in the key of E minor. So that's happening a lot. But you want to do that quick note as fast as you can. So it's almost like instead of a note, you're doing a little shake at each point of your bow. So your wrist is super relaxed. Okay, so we start on an E. That's the first 4 notes. Easy to remember because it's easy because it's an E. Those next couple notes are just coming up the scale, skipping the F sharp. And then I go, which is the next scale tone. You've got it. And then I like to add a little, what would you call it? Hammer on there. So I repeated the A and I slurred it in as a grace note to the B. Let's try that much. Came up to a D and back to C sharp. And then the next thing, there's a slur here. And then I add a little flick. So that flick is just touching the top of the string without pushing it all the way down. Let's start from the beginning. The nice thing about YouTube is you can rewind. So if you need to go back, I get it. But let's start from the beginning and get to there. Ready, play. And then the next part, coming down a little mini scale. Let's try that together. Ready, play. And one more time. Ready, play. Good. From the begin. Ready, play. So this does not have a lot of vibrato. If you add vibrato, it makes the tune a little too serious. There are some spots where I put it in, but like a lot of fiddle tunes, vibrato is really an ornament. Okay, let's continue onward. And then I have another hammer on. This makes me think of pirates. Yo ho ho in a bottle of rum. I don't know why, but it's. You see what I mean? Okay, so let's try it from the beginning. We've almost learned all of the A section. What, you say? Well, it kind of just gets repeated. So let's start from the beginning again. Ready, play. One more time. Ready, play. Great, and then it gets repeated. So here's the second half, different ending. So it's, what's that? That's that mini scale again. That's a G2. And if you want to leave that G2 down so that you can utilize it as a double stop. So a lot of Celtic tunes, they use double stops at the very end of like the A section or the end of a B section. It's like putting a big period at the end of a sentence, a big stamp, a big seal. But there's not a whole lot of double stops in Celtic music, like all the time, like drones, not a whole lot in fiddle music. Okay, so let's try the whole thing from the top of the A part. Ready, play. You might need to rewind the tape and practice that a few more times. Okay, remember tapes? I miss tapes. I do miss tapes sometimes. So the B part, instead of being on an E, which I'm glad my D string has totally started unraveling, which is one of the annoying things about Eva Perazzi strings. They'll just like all of a sudden I am now defunct. And so I am waiting for my order of strings to come in. But I'm glad not to be playing an E where the metal shards are. I'm happy to play a D. So that's what we start on for the B section. Same rhythm as the A section. Let's try that together a little slower. Ready, play. So there's a little hop on the B to the D. Play. Yes, I did slow down. I do apologize. Ready, play. like to go. I like to add a little flick in there. And flicks can be really done with any finger, right? Because they're not a note. It's just a noise, a rhythm. It's a rhythmic glitch. You're not pushing the string all the way down. You're just touching the top of the string like a little bird when it lands on a wire. It doesn't push the telephone wire down because it's that light. Birds are so light. I've never held one before because I think that would be disturbing to hold a dead bird. But we're going to continue on. So starting at the B section, remember what note we start with is a D, dangerous D. Ready, play. That's more of a sailor. With a hammer on. And a hammer on is just going from the note before and slurring it into the next note. So in like Nordic music, that'd be called a forslag. But since this is kind of Celtic-y, we'll just call it a hammer on. Sound good? Okay, so B section, ready, play. Then there's just meow, meow, meow. That's where it gets really punctual. You could do it a little off the string at the frog. Now this is the fun part. It's just a scale on the G string. And then you go up and add a little grace note on each note of the scale. Then you do that with B, then with A, then G. G is just plain bagel note. So let's do that again. And it's all in a slur. And so you can really, when you're playing this tune quickly, it sounds very fancy, but you know what's going on. We're just adding little grace notes on top of a scale. And do use your fourth finger instead of, I mean, that goes without saying, right? It just looks harder because it is harder. And this is hard. Let's not make it any harder than it is. Okay, back to the B part. Ready, play. So did you catch that? All it is it's a scale, as though somebody chopped off your middle finger. So 1, 3, open, 1, 3. Then I like to use 4 instead of the open E. Because why cross when you have to go to the D string? And that leads back into the A section. So this is really 2 A's, 2 B's, and then back to 2 A's. Okay, let's try that whole B part. Once again, you'll probably have to rewind to practice each of the parts, unless you're a prodigy at learning by ear and memorizing, which is rare. Good for you if you are. All right, for the rest of us, back to letter B. Ready, play. Good. And I'm trying to stick to this notation, but like any fiddle player, we played a little bit different every time. So if you're thinking, oh my gosh, there's an extra note in there, you know, it changes each time you play it, but the bones are the same. The meat might be different, but different bones. Okay, sorry if that got weird. Let's try the whole thing, 2 A's and 2 B's, and then we'll go back and end with 1A, maybe 2, we'll see. We're drunken fiddles, so we'll be spontaneous, because that's what drunk people are, I guess. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Oh, the string. So thank you for learning Simpson House with me. And if you want to learn more tunes, including getting all the music option to get the fingerings and the string names on top, go to drunkenfiddles.com. Click on the online portion. If you're taking online, if you're not in Kansas City, which is where I am, you can go online anytime. There are dozens and dozens of videos. You could do fiddle. If you don't like the fiddle, you could do cello, and it's all taught by myself and my partner in the wire string duo. Okay, happy practicing.